On today's episode, I decided I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of my studio and you kind of see what goes on behind the scenes when filming an Adventures of Lamati episode. Hello Yin Lieblings, I'm Madi, a science fiction and fantasy author who's been living in southern Germany since 2014. On today's episode, I'm going to give you a little tour of my studio. It's not much. Mostly has to do with, back here, this gloriousness behind me. Some of you have got, those of you who have received my newsletter, I talked about how I have actually moved. I was originally recording my episodes down in the Stube or in the parlor in our house, but because it's right next to the street and my house is about 150 years old with very old windows, I could hear all the traffic and it made for very difficult editing. It was a pain in the butt, let me tell you. Luckily, then my husband made the comment, oh, well, why don't we move your studio to one of our guest rooms elsewhere in the house? So that's what we did. I have a new setup. I love it. And I want to show you guys. So let's get started. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already. Here on Adventures of Lamati, we talk about writing, living abroad, and everything in between. So we're going to start out from where I'm seated. This is what it looks like while I'm recording. Sup? Anyway, yes, we have this epic light and my awesome Sony Alpha 50. Was it 50? I don't even remember what I have anymore. Yes! Sony Alpha 58. I actually got this camera back when I was still blogging, because I like taking awesome photos of my dog Abner. So it was a great camera when I decided to go to YouTube. But the only thing I actually bought when I decided to go into YouTube was this fluffy little microphone. It cost me like 10 euros on Amazon. Pretty awesome. And the light we also had, because of our wedding, we used said camera to create a photo booth. And yeah, we got the light so everybody was well lit. As you can see, I have these little sound board thingy-majiggers because I didn't like an echo effect, and also, well, okay, can't really see back here, but there's a few really covering our windows so I don't hear traffic. And yes, this is a guest room. This is actually my sister-in-law's old room. And it's very nice. I also have a sound curtain that I installed here because that's the door. And yeah, to help out when we have the kids, whether it's nephews, grandkids, well, my mother-in-law's grandkids, whenever they come to visit, I can kind of block out some of the noise. So anyway, let's go to the pièce de résistance. Oh yeah, tea. I drink tea, lots of tea, especially getting over this cold. Anyway. So, yeah, as you can see, this top shelf, which you don't see in the video, unfortunately, but has some of my collector stuff, which I absolutely love. But we can go into this. So here we have some of my indie author friends' books, and some Elizabeth Hayden, who is an awesome example of a music-based magic system, which is glorious. And, of course, my little guinea pig from Peru. I love him. It was actually a gift for my husband, but I like him. And here we have my copies of The God Queen with Crown and Sailor Jupiter, because she inspired my main character, Ray. Love her, love her. And here we have all my sci-fi stuff. These are ones that, well, are space opera stuff that's, or actually with Jim Henson's Dark Crystal, that helped. These are also not science fiction, but whatever. These helped inspire The God Queen as well. So thus they're here. And of course, my little Kira and Fizzgig from the Dark Crystal. Here we have Tamara Pierce with her Song of the Lioness Quartet and her Immortals Quartet and her Trickster's Duology. She is literally the reason why I started writing. I love her, love her, love her. And Philip Pullman with his Dark Materials trilogy, which is literally my all-time favorite trilogy of all time. With my glorious Dalek that one of my besties crocheted for me, and my 11th Doctor screwdriver, sonic screwdriver. Down here we have, my glitter David Bowie from Labyrinth, because he's awesome. And a little dragon that my dad got for me. It was just super cute. And my awesome mask I got in Venice. But we have some Garth Nix here because, also inspirational. And, of course, more Tamara Pierce. I mean, seriously. These two you don't really see behind me, but I have, yes, I'm the heathen that, you know, double puts books thingies because I don't have space for everything. But I have my science fiction stuff, and then I have some more fantasy stuff, some more Rick Riordan and Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. This is my to be read list. I have quite a bit. And more Sailor Jupiter because he's Sailor Jupiter. Here we have my German section. So I have, this is Game of Thrones graphic novel in German. Obviously, it's not the whole Game of Thrones because even the Game of Thrones in German is effing huge. Here is my copy of Court of Thorn and Roses. This is the Song of the Lioness Quartet, which I mentioned before, but this is the same in German. It's the whole quartet. This is Good Omens from Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. Here's his Dark Materials trilogy again, but in German. And then my amazing copy of The Never-Ending Story with Falkor, or Foucault, as he's known in the original German. But yeah, I love this. Oh my god. Actually, I have 2 copies of down here. This is the rest of my foreign stuff. So I have, like, you know, this is Ender's Game in German, Ender's Game in Spanish, and then most of these are my Spanish books and the rest of my German ones. And then, yes, Alpha Chi Sigma fraternity, you read that right. I am part of a fraternity, and yes, fraternity, not sorority. If you are interested in hearing about what the hell that means and learning about American sorority fraternity life, let me know in the comments below. I can totally do a video on that. Next, we have, these are my classics. All my classics. Yeah, classics. Woot woot. And then we have some more fantasy stuff, more specifically my Robert Jordan collection and my Diane Wynne Jones, as well as C.S. Lewis. Yes, I also have to double shelve. That's the word I was looking for. But whatever. And then here we have my Abner. It was an old friend of my mom's. Actually had this made for Abner long before he passed away, and of course, yeah, couldn't do it, you know, get rid of it or anything after he passed away. But so it's still here. And then I have my Mercedes Lackey collection, some Madeline L'Engle, and of course, if you look even further, there's a little more Tamara Pierce back there. So yeah, I absolutely love my bookshelf. It is awesome. I think it helps describe me a lot. And back to the studio. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. It lets me and YouTube know you like content like this and you want to see more. If you do have any comments, questions, or topics you'd like to see on this channel, please let me know in the comments below. The God Queen is available in both ebook and paperback. I have all the links for the book in the description below. And don't forget to connect with me on social media, whether it is through Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And that's it for today. Until next time, ade!